going, I don't have time to do that. But what I realized was there's ways to incorporate exercise and we don't even know. I spent most of my life as a larger girl. I didn't lose weight until I was halfway through my 20s and I'd already had 2 kids. One thing that I always said was no matter what, if I ever lose weight, I'm gonna have rock hard abs. Why? Because I tightened my core or sucked in literally 24/7. I spent more time sucking in than I did at rest. It was more comfortable that way. But I realized after a few times of my abs actually kind of burning, I was working out. It's like, okay, so I can be walking to the store and like you guys don't even know I'm exercising right now. I could be sitting there tightening my core and nobody knows. Okay, so there's gotta be more ways that we can do this all the time. If I can just tighten my abs and be working out, when else can I be working out? So I'm in my bedroom and I'm at my dresser and I've got my little mirror set up and I'm ready to do my makeup. Quite frankly, my mirror's too high and I can't see. Most people would move their stuff and go sit in a more convenient location. For some reason, I'm really lazy and that sounds like too much work. So I'll just get up on my tiptoes and somehow make it work in this mirror. So I'm standing there and I'm doing my eyeliner and my calves start to burn. And I realize, I'm doing calf lifts while I'm doing my makeup, right? So we can incorporate this anywhere. So from that day forward, I kid you not, every time I did my makeup, I literally stood there, and then as I did my eyeshadow, I'm still doing my calf lifts. So I wanted to take it a step further. There's gotta be more ways we can do this. So I'm loading laundry. I'm getting stuff out of the washing machine, and I'm putting it into the dryer. And oh my God, it's starting to feel really sore. Probably thanks to Fit Club the night before in fourth quarter. But what that makes me realize is as I'm just doing this everyday mundane task, I can be fitting in squats. Okay, so now I'm rolling with this. Elsie's laughing at me because I'm letting her know I found exercises in laundry. So I'm making my kids peanut butter and jelly. And now my mind's spinning. And I'm standing there. And I realize that thanks to Joe in fourth quarter, I literally have a chair wherever I go. And I kid you not, making on a more stable platform, making my kids peanut butter and jelly in full squat position. What I realize is not only am I doing this, it's better for my back because I'm way closer to the countertop, but it made me think I can find working out anywhere. I can run up and down my stairs. If you have stairs in your house or at your apartment or at your work, if you're loading the paper into the printer, you can squat down to do it. We don't have to make time. We can do it in our everyday tasks. You guys, there are no excuses. Find a way to fit fitness into everything that you do. And that's my section.
All right. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So you guys have no excuses now. So I want to see squats all day, every day, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Unless you guys like movies. I like nice girl movies. All right. So you guys, there's really no excuse. No matter whatever it is you're doing. If you're going out playing with the kids, you're doing the laundry, you're making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, like you can fit in a couple extra squats, a couple calf raises. It doesn't matter. Just feel that little burn and just have fun with it, right? Make a game out of it. You guys excited for the next section?
Yeah.
All right. So next section we have nutrition. All right. We have this amazing couple. Some of you already know them. Those of you who don't, I encourage you afterwards to go introduce yourself because they're an amazing, amazing couple. First person, he's a giant Asian, right? And then his other better half, we like to call her Bobo Cakes because she has nice cakes, right? So everyone, please give it up for Joe and Elsie.
I love you, Swatchy Sauce.
This is gonna be so much fun.
All right, you guys. So, how many of you right now have ever tried meal prepping? Cool. How many of you are like, meal prepping, that sounds really hard. I don't even know where to start. Okay, cool. So this section is for all of you. We're gonna break it down and make it really easy for you guys. We're gonna break it down into proteins, fats, and carbs and show you how to meal prep successfully no matter what your meal plan is. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yay! So I'm going to start off with Joe, and he's going to go over the basics of protein.
Hey everybody, meal prepping has been a big thing for my body to change over the course of the years. I've used it, I've learned a lot, you know, with the Tupperware, plastic bags, well,
I got you.
plastic bags, and measuring stuff out. That's like the biggest thing. So I'm just gonna go over protein, as Elsie's gonna go over the rest of it. My basic thing that I always take with me, always, no matter what, because if I'm on the go, something's, you know, I don't have enough time to chew my food, I bring a shake right over here. Elsie has it. So I do 2 scoops of Healthy Meal, 1 scoop of protein, put it in a shaker cup. It's usually sitting in my cup. So all I do is pour water in it. I'm in the car. Like if I'm going into like to LA or San Francisco, or even just like doing errands. I have it in the cup. It's on the bottom. Pour water, and I flip it over. I tap it, shake it up. Boom, nutrients, protein, everything I need for that meal. Right? Your body craves nutrients. It doesn't crave food. Right? That's your senses that crave the food. That crave like a cheeseburger. That crave anything that's processed. You know, the chemicals that are in like processed food, it's there to help you get cravings so you buy more. Right? That's what society does. If I'm also on the go and I want something a little bit different, just straight protein, I'm really cutting down, I focus with Bed Mix. We call that liquid or Herbalife Kool-Aid. So same thing, 2 scoops water, boom. That one has less carbs, less fat, it's pretty much none, 15 grams of protein. Bed Mix, we have, you know, Hawaiian Punch, red flavor and orange flavor, okay? All right. Now I'm going to go into meat. So we have the shakes, we have the products, we have Bed Mix. Now I'm going to go into meats. For losing weight, there's key meats and proteins that you guys want to focus on. Chicken, which I use chicken breast. I go to Costco, I buy a 10-pound bag frozen chicken breast, right? That only lasts me about 2.5 days because I eat a great amount of portions. If you guys can't go to Costco, you guys have a membership or whatever, go to Winco, buy just a bag of chicken breast. I think they're coming like 2.5 pounds or something like that, which lasts me half a day. But, you know, chicken breast, right? Ground turkey, but there's key to ground turkey. There's high-fat ground turkey, which there's, you know, 20% ground or 20% fat, which is 20 grams of fat, right? I've seen a lot of clients do that. They're like, oh, ground turkey, it's healthy. Or they go to the restaurant, they'll go get something that has ground turkey meatloaf or ground turkey burger, but those things have over 20 grams of fat, right? They taste good because of the high amount of fat. So the key is to get 93.7. That means 7 grams of fat, right? So 7 grams of fat. If you want to go try and be hardcore and have less fat, there's a 1% fat, but I would not recommend it. Stick with 93.7. And you guys can go with any kind of white fish, right? If you guys are bulking up, getting bigger, that's where red meat comes in handy, right? For a lot of people, they're not trying to get bigger. So steaks, burgers, that kind of stuff, that's going to help you gain weight. That's going to help you get a little bulkier. It also has the L-carnitine, which also helps you gain muscle, right? So for a lot of people, it's not a good thing to have. Another thing you guys should stay away from if you're trying to lose weight is salmon. Salmon has about 13 to 20-something grams of fat for about 3 to 4 ounces of a little slab, right? And mind you, a serving size for a typical person is 4 ounces, 3.5, 4 ounces, right? We use food scales. I used to eyeball my stuff. What I thought was like 4 ounces was not 4 ounces, all right? Everybody, if you guys really want to be on point, get a food scale. Weigh it out. It'll definitely help you. It'll change the game for you. So remember, salmon, beef, that's gaining weight, all right? Chicken breast, ground turkey, white fish, those will help you lose weight. Also, another key one is not eating high amount of fat or any other additives that is egg whites, right? What I like to do is boil like a dozen or 2 dozen eggs, have it in the refrigerator, right? I take away the yolk. There's a lot of people, there's a high amount of fat in that too. So for every certain amount, I'll have 1 yolk. But for you guys, stick with the egg whites. Another thing else she does is scrambles her egg whites. And she'll put it in the Tupperware, she'll throw some rice in there, and she's good to go with some sriracha. All right? These are simple things you guys can do And for me, well, I think else is gonna go with season 3.
Maybe that
All
should be.
right. So you guys complain about different tastes, different things like that. I don't care about taste, but honestly, I don't. This is basically what I do for it: black pepper and garlic powder. That's what I season everything with. But since I'm married now, since I'm married, we have Mrs. Dash, which is salt-free. Salt-free. If you guys use any kind of other seasoning, it has about, serving size is about 1 gram. 1 gram of sodium, which your body can only take how much a day? 2,500? 2,500 a day. That's 2.5 grams, right? So this only has 0 grams of sodium. This one, Mrs. Dash, 0 grams. 0 grams. Tastes good too. Oh, there's a McCormick one. Perfect pinch garlic herb. 0 grams of sodium. And it makes your food taste pretty darn good. If you are craving sodium or are Asian like me, liquid aminos, right? This is pretty good sodium-based, made basically from soy protein, right? It tastes like soy sauce. It has half the amount of sodium as low soy sauce, right? You spray it on your chicken, put it in there, throw some garlic powder on there, boom, good. All right. Let's see.
How do you make your mashed chicken?
Oh, how do I make my food? I used to boil my food, like all my chicken, like in a pot, put nothing in it, and just eat it. That's what I used to do. And Elsie said, you're crazy. So I stopped doing that. So I use a cooking baking sheet. Put all my chicken on there, right? The amount that I need for 3 days. I don't go past 3 days because I don't like my chicken tasting weird. I don't want to freeze any of that stuff after I cook it. So I put it on a baking sheet pan. I bake the crap out of it, right? 45 minutes, whatever. Put all my seasonings on it. If I'm on the go, I broil it. Broil it on high for 7 minutes. I flip it 7 minutes, and then I put it on low broil at the bottom of it for another 7 minutes. So it cuts the time in half. Hopefully it's cooked all the way. I don't get sick, but that's how I bake my chicken. And what I do is, once I have the chicken made, I cut every single piece up. So I'll have my scale, put my food on there. I'll start cutting my meat, and I'll weigh it until I have the appropriate amount. For most people, it's 4 ounces, 3.5 ounces. Some guys are at 5, 5.5. I'm at 8 to 10 ounces, so I'm cutting it until I hit that amount, right? And then I use my scoop my rice. Boom. That's also a key thing for you guys. Elsie will go over that. But I weigh everything. This right here, as you can see, is steak and rice. Probably most of you guys are not going to be having this right now. Maybe by summer. Right? So this is about 8.5 ounces of steak.
This is delicious.
It's quite delicious. I already put.
We get to taste it?
I already put a sriracha on it. So for me, I can eat stuff cold. You guys can't. Figure it out. Like where's Martin over there? Martin has a freaking microwave.
There's one thing else that does work is chicken. How many of you find that chicken gets really dry when you cook it? All right, cool. So what he'll do is he'll pre-cut the raw chicken into cubes and then can saute it. So that way it sears the outside and becomes tasty, a little juicy.
I add a little bit of water in it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. So it kind of like absorbs it. So, and you can recook it too if you guys want to. If you guys have extra in the refrigerator, and then just add water in there and heat it up. Ground turkey, I get a package and a half, whatever, 2 packs, whatever. I put it in a stir fry, throw it in there, garlic powder, cook the crap out of it. That's it. We just weigh it and put it out. Eggs, we boil a lot of eggs. We eat a lot of eggs. We buy the 20 dozen or what, 15 dozen? 15 dozen eggs, and we go through that in about a week and a half, 2 weeks being here. Plus, we have egg white cartons. So, because we have a goal in our head and where our body's at for metabolism and everything else, we have to eat that amount, or we start. Who wants to get to that level? Nobody?
Deep?
No?
I want to get deep.
Okay. There's also, for a lot of you guys, there's also a good source of protein. We like to use fat-free cheese. All right. You guys can see in certain places they'll have it. It's only 45 grams of calories for a quarter cup. There's only 2 grams of carbs, and there's 9 grams of protein for a quarter cup. Quarter cup is it's like half of this pretty much. This is a 2/3 cup, so it's like a little bit less than that. So it's a good amount. You can put it on certain things. You can put on your eggs, so you can hit your protein amount. Cottage cheese, fat-free cottage cheese. This is 13 grams of protein for a half cup. If you don't like cottage cheese, which I hated, I mean, try it out. I like to put different things, like a scoop of this in there, and mix it in there with this, and makes it taste better, and you get your protein. We don't really eat for the enjoyment of it, especially when we're trying. I will show you our enjoyment. This is our enjoyment right here.
Heck yeah.
This is our enjoyment, and this is our enjoyment right here. So, because if you have a goal in mind, you have to sacrifice the things that you like for the things that you want, right? So, for me, like, and her, we have goals in our head, right? We want to look ripped on stage or just be ripped a good amount of the time, and we want to have a certain amount of muscle. So that's why we do it. That's why certain amount of coaches are doing this now, and that's why you guys should focus on, getting a food scale, knowing what proteins you guys need, getting on shakes, seasoning. This is going to help. So you don't want to hold any sodium in there.
And the cooking spray too.
Oh, cooking spray.
So that kind of goes into my section with fats. How many of you are cooking with like olive oil, coconut oil, or other kinds of oils right now? So, not spray, but the actual oil. Okay. So a lot of times we see on the news like, oh, olive oil is really good for you, coconut oil is really good for you, but it's also very high in fat. So the safest bet is to go with a cooking spray because it's 0 grams of fat. It moisturizes your pan just enough that you can get that non-stick surface, because that's really why we use oils, right? So don't add extra oil to your food when you can get away with this, and then you can have other fats in your day instead of using oil as a fat. Because who would rather eat their fat in yummy food than in oil? Okay? So that's the oil portion. And then just going into the other types of fat, how many of you love peanut butter? Okay. Ooh, yes, lots of us. So peanut butter is one of the biggest culprits in poor nutrition plans. And the reason why is because we don't measure it. How many of you measure how much peanut butter you're eating? Okay, so 4 of you. How many of you are like, I like a big old layer of juicy peanut butter on okay.
I laughed the first time.
So here's the thing. You can get like the Skippy brand, or you can get the All Natural brand. I prefer All Natural because it's less sodium, so it's not going to bloat you on top of this. So this is already fat. Now you're adding salt. Now you're going to be fat and bloated.
Extra chemicals in there.
Right? And there's extra oil and things like that.
In there.
So stick to the All Natural peanut butter. This is your best bet. And your best friend when you do the All Natural peanut butter is a tablespoon. So for most of my clients, their serving size for the whole entire day is 1 tablespoon. So that means scooping it in and measuring it out, and it's not like this where it's all coming out. It's a clean spoon. That's 1 tablespoon. Okay, it's not a little island. It's not an ice cream scoop. All right, it's just 1 tablespoon of that. So if you're and look at your spoon, look at your hand because you could get that out. So when you do your fats, measure them. Okay. So let's say you love peanut butter so much you want a big hunking glob of it. Get PB2. You can put PB2 in your shakes, make peanut butter vanilla shakes. It also comes in chocolate peanut butter. You can have a Reese's peanut butter cup shake just by adding this. So for regular, yes. Oh.
Take a ball on Reels.
Yeah.
Ooh, help us Jesus. Okay. So in regular peanut butter, it's 16 grams of fat. In a serving of PB2, same size as 1.5 grams of fat.
PB2.
Hey! So the way you do this is dehydrated. It comes in a powder form. So you just put it in a little bowl, add water, and measure it ahead of time. So make like a little Tupperware container of it. So when you're meal prepping, you have your little container of peanut butter, you have your spoon, you can just spoon it out. So I would carry around a little container of peanut butter. Oh my God, there's peanut butter everywhere. I had a little container of peanut butter that I would just add on to whatever I was eating at that time. So it's a great meal prep item. It's dry, so you don't have to worry about it getting all over the place until you need to mix it.
It's flavorful.
And it's flavorful. So how many of you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Okay.
Stop.
So talk to your health coach about jelly sandwich. Sandwich rounds are pretty safe. Safeway also has bread that for 2 slices is only 18 grams of carbs. So you can have 2 slices for less than 20 grams of carbs, which is less than a half cup of rice. So you want a sandwich or you want a half cup of rice. Most of the time you're gonna pick a sandwich. This low sugar jelly is only 5 grams of carbs versus regular jelly, which is 16 grams of carbs. So you can also do the no sugar, which is no carbs. That's even better. You do want to be careful with sugars depending on the type of plan you are. If you're cutting, definitely talk to your coach. But the low sugar with the PB2 is like killer. Sometimes I mix the dry powder with the jelly, so I don't even need to use water. So it's just like peanut butter and jelly in one bite.
But most of you guys don't get peanut butter jelly, sorry.
Oh.
Not right now.
Go ahead. Love you.
Oh.
So another thing is
Oh, I do
salsa.
that.
So salsa is amazing if you want to spice up your eggs, your chicken, whatever. It's only 1 gram of carbs and no fats,
Okay.
no protein. So this is a great option for you or your clients. If they're like, oh, my food is so bland, I didn't know what to eat. Add this to your eggs.
Can you do that again?
So my favorite thing is egg whites, the fat-free cheese, and salsa. It's freaking delicious. So think about that. How many of you like salads? I've had a lot of clients that they're like, what do I eat with a salad? If I'm meal prepping a salad, what kind of dressing is healthy? I would just say stick to balsamic or vinaigrettes. Light is best or fat-free. Sometimes, it might have extra things in it. But for you starting out on a program, this is the best way to go, just to keep it simple and not be overwhelmed with fats. Because again, we like to eat our fats versus drinking them or adding them to food. Cool? All right, so that's the balsamic. Another great, God bless mustard. Who hates mustard? All right, this is not for you. So
Get out.
mustard is great on ground turkey. It's actually really cool to cook with it. So you can put it on your chicken and then saute your chicken or bake it. And it's zero fat, 0 carbs, 0 protein. So for my ladies and gents on macros, you can eat this all day. It's like a fiesta. If you're on a nutrition plan, mustard is the bomb. So fall in love with that. Another great 0 calories, 0 all around are Walden Farms items. How many of you crave chocolate? Okay. Walden Farms chocolate syrup is 000. I make protein pancakes. I pack them in a Ziploc bag and I take my Walden Farms and I pour it all over my pancakes. They also have a pancake syrup that actually tastes like syrup. It tastes exactly like syrup. It's delicious. Zeros all around. They have a caramel syrup. It tastes more like peanut butter. It's like peanut butter and caramel had a baby together, but it's really good.
That's hot.
And they also have this ketchup, zeros all around. It's not as tasty. It's not as tasty as regular ketchup. But if you mix it with sriracha, it's a lot better. A lot of sriracha. Just a little bit of the ketchup.
Have a series.
All right. So did that help a little bit with the condiments in the side? So moving on to other options for carbs. I would recommend buying bulk and cooking bulk carbs. So at Winco, at other places you could buy rice. This was 68 cents a pound. Super affordable. You buy your brown rice, you can make it on a pot on the stove. And the way you store it is you can either keep it in the pot and just use your scooper to scoop out your serving size in the fridge. So you use your little measuring cup, you measure out your serving, and then you pop it in all of your meal prep boxes. But another option that I learned from Joe's mom is that she pre-portions it out and then puts it in the freezer. So if you have this is not my portion, this is Joe's portion. So if you know how much you can have, you pre-portion it, put it in the freezer. That way your rice doesn't go bad. And it's a great way to keep it long term. You just stick it in the microwave. It's cheaper than buying the pre-frozen one from Trader Joe's or Whole Foods because that's really expensive to have someone freeze it for you when you could do it yourself. Rice cakes. I'm gonna ruin your guys' life right now, but I love you. So, rice cakes, they're high glycemic carbs, which means whole grain rice is a whole grain. So when you make it, your body takes longer to digest it, which means you stay fuller longer. With high glycemic carbs, you can eat them for your snack, but you will get hungry faster because it's puffed rice. So just keep that in mind. If you're like, oh my God, I'm starving. I'm gonna eat rice cakes. You're gonna still be starving 5 minutes after when you digest them because it's gonna burn into fast sugar. So really be careful. These are amazing for post-workout, but as a snack, you will get hungry. So just keep that in mind, especially if you're slathering it with peanut butter because that's like very difficult. So rice cakes are awesome. Post-workout, weighted workout, not cardio. For lifting. Wah, wah. All right. So how many of you like tacos? Woo! I love tacos too, but not the tortilla because it's too many carbs. So what I do is I get the romaine lettuce. Oh, this one had a hard trip. So what I do is I will have Joe make the chicken and I will make lettuce tacos. So has anyone tried lettuce tacos before? Okay. So you can season your chicken and ground turkey any way. You can put your mustard, sriracha, whatever, faye, fat-free yogurt with a little bit of salt and garlic. Tastes like sour cream. So I like to slather that on the bottom. I put my ground turkey or my chicken and then a little bit of salsa and I put these in the Tupperware as 3 little tacos and that's my serving. So I can have those throughout the day depending on what I'm allowed to eat in my meal plan. So talk to your coach about that, but these are easy. They're very, very low carbohydrates. I think 1 leaf is like 2 grams of carbs. So you can have a ton of these. If you want to feel full and you're hungry, eat a lot of this romaine lettuce. It's bomb. Want to talk about sugar dough? This is my favorite.
All right. For me, I've always had an issue with sugar, candy, all that stuff, right? I would eat a whole thing of ice cream. I could eat a whole cake, all that stuff, right? Kool-Aid, I was a Kool-Aid baby. So for me, sugar screws me up a lot, especially the way I want my body to change and everything else. So what I use is stevia. It's a natural plant, or Truvia. It's a natural plant. It's not like Splenda or artificial sweetener, which is made from chemicals that your stomach cannot process. It actually stays in your system, and what it does is it actually makes you crave more food. Splenda, artificial sweeteners, it makes you crave more stuff. So, which is also in like Diet Coke, Coke Zero, all that kind of stuff. So what I use is stevia or Truvia. This is straight from the plant, right? And they just grind it up, they put it together, zero everything. Zero everything. And I put in whatever I need to just to sweeten it. It's a little bit extra, a little bit more sweeter than regular sugar. So this is key for you guys if you guys do have a sweet tooth. You guys, what I do is, you know, the Herbalife tea. I put that in there. I put like 2 scoops in there, mix it up. It's iced tea, all right? Or I do it hot tea style. Yeah, in my oatmeal, I use this in my oatmeal as well with cinnamon. Makes it sweeter. So stevia, Truvia, it's a little more better for you. And that.
So for the actual meal prepping process, you guys need to put aside just 1 hour. It's really easy. You can be making the rice on the stove. Your chicken is in the oven baking. And then for veggies, what Joe and I do is you buy frozen veggies and you put them in your meal prep frozen. Because if you're heating up your food, when you heat up your food, it will heat up the veggies. So you don't have to worry about cooking veggies. You just put them in there, pop them in the microwave, and it cooks it for you. And sriracha, of course. Other really easy veggies that you don't have to cook: spinach, broccoli. You can put them in, again, raw inside of your meal prep, put it in the microwave, cook it for 2 minutes, and it'll cook the veggies for you.
Broccoli.
So that's just a really easy way if you don't want to cook tons of broccoli, because as we know, broccoli, if you cook it and keep it in the fridge for too long, smells like farts. So
It comes out like farts.
yeah. So then the next step would be to find awesome containers. You can get these at Smart and Final. You can also just get basic Tupperware from the dollar store. You cook all your food, you portion it out, you lay these out.
We do it for 3 days. We do it for 3 days, and we have it like boom set up. How many what?
Oh, so how many do you usually need? Probably like 9.
What for?
Or
yeah,
6.
about 9 for 3 days for most people. It's your guys' in between meals, your in between your shakes and whatnot. So your refrigerator should just look like meal prep pretty much. That's what ours looks like. And then this cooler is not big enough, but Herbalife gave us this. But what we do, and we're like really on point, is like we bring all our meal prep everywhere. Like for me, I have six Tupperwares I have to eat throughout the day on top of my 3 shakes. So I bring it everywhere just in case something happens. right? It's in my car. I have a bigger cooler than this. We have ice packs that go in there that keeps it cool. And of course we eat it cold unless there's a microwave somewhere. So we bring our food every single place we go to, no matter what, because that gives us no excuses, right? That allows me to not have to go to fast food or anything. Karen has a backpack cooler. It's a 6-pack. I think it's like $150 or 120. So if she opens this up,
No, that's the backpack. Vanna White is.
Oh.
There you go.
So you open it up, she has a backpack cooler. So
Microwave.
Boom.
Microwave.
That would be tight. But she has ice packs on the side and meal prep. This holds 3, right? So I have a cooler that holds 3 as well. But I bring other bags and stuff to hold my food. The ice packs are cheap. If you guys just have 1 shaker cup, these are little shaker containers or protein containers, so you can keep them in here. You pour it in your shake, boom, easy and on the go.
You can also, sometimes I'll preheat up my food before I pack it. Instead of keeping it cold, I keep it hot. So I'll heat it up super hot, put it in my cooler so it stays somewhat warm throughout the day, so then I can have a warm meal and I don't put it in the microwave at all. That's another option we could do.
Let's see.
But we can have questions later. Is there anything else, Joseph?
I have one more thing. I just forgot my set over there. But
So basically, you guys, your action steps are this. Find foods that are easy for you to make that you enjoy, that you can make in bulk. And then when you meal prep, just make sure everything is measured and balanced, even your snacks. So peanut butters, romaine lettuce, whatever you decide to do, whether it's mini meals. And really the key to keeping it easy is your 2 shakes a day, because that takes the guesswork out of making all of these different meals. They're easy, convenient, totally portable. Just always be prepared. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So just make sure that everything is in place and you'll be successful.
yeah, so most people, a typical person is about 5 to 6 meals. So like she said, 2 of those will be shakes, right? You only have to prepare for 3. And remember, red meat, salmon, that's for bulking or food. So,
For pregnancy. Thank you, guys.
That's our class. All right, clap it up one more time. So, if you guys learned something new tonight, please raise your hands up in the air, right? Okay, so we all learned a lot of new things. I learned a few new things as well. Side note, if you guys don't like plain Greek yogurt, raise your hand, right? Plain Greek yogurt, the Fage yogurt, like Elsie said, is my favorite. All you gotta do is take a little bev mix, throw a scoop in there, and mix it around. Best yogurt you will ever have, I guarantee it. It's like, I'm not gonna say the word, but it's a you know what in your mouth, okay? So, you guys, are you guys ready for a little more? We're almost done, you guys. We have two more sections. For the next person I want to bring up, she's an amazing health coach. She's an amazing wife. She's an amazing mother. All right. Her nickname is Starshine, for those of you who don't know. So everyone, please welcome up Miss Jeanette.
My section tonight is health coaching. I'm bringing him with me because we've done it together. So it's not just me, it's us. I'll let him tell his side of the story. When I started, I was miserable. I was just looking for an excuse to get out of the house, something that was for me, and hoping that it would make me feel comfortable to wear a bikini when we went to Hawaii. And it ended up turning into this whole different, I don't even know how to describe it. If you guys have been to Fit Club, you felt the energy, you feel the love and the compassion and the motivation and just the belief that everybody has in people. And that was why I kept coming back. The weight loss, it's awesome. The body fat loss, it's even freaking more great. But being able to convert it from all about me to all about everybody's lives that I can touch and that I can change, that's really where I kind of realized, okay, maybe it's not just about you. You're supposed to be a health coach. It can mean anything. I mean, at first it was about getting people skinny. Then it was about getting people happy. And now it's just about making friends. So for me, I guess it's more like making friends one-on-one than health coaching one-on-one. And I really lead from my heart. I'll let him before I go any further.
When I got here, I was skeptical, negative, didn't know what I was coming into at first. I got here, I thought everybody was crazy, high-fiving and stuff. But I didn't realize that was just what I needed to push myself to get the best results of my life. And that's what I had done. And on my little journey doing that, we've been able to save people's lives, literally, by losing weight and getting off medications and stuff like that. I'm not saying Herbalife cures anything, but when you fight for your body and put the right things in your body fights for you.
I love Herbalife.
That's kind of where this health coaching 101 section is going towards the impact that we've made. I really pushed my husband to come because we had gone to the doctor. I have video of him stop breathing in his sleep. He didn't believe me. He thought it was just a snoring story. Seriously, I count to 127 before he actually took a breath. I finally got him in. They did a bunch of blood work. He had to go back a couple times. And just seeing, because he's always been more physical than me. He works a very rigorous construction job. I sit on my butt. So I thought if he's that bad, I can only imagine how bad I am. And I was too scared to go. Seeing what it's done for him and how just the little bit of push I did for myself motivated him got me wondering, what can I do for other people? They're just like me. They don't want to get up in the morning. They don't want to make breakfast. They don't want to be around their kids. They don't want to go to the gym. They find literally, like Melanie was talking about, every excuse not to do what's right for their body and every excuse to do exactly what's wrong. That was me. And we told a few people, some of them are here in the audience, I won't point anybody out unless you guys want me to. We reached out to a lot of family members that we really knew needed the help. Whether they wanted it or not, they got it. Quite a few people we drugged, pretty much kicking and screaming. And I'm proud to say, and Derek, please forgive me for using you as an example, he is a perfect example of what happens. He went to the doctor, everything was crazy, cholesterol, blood sugar. He was like way over for the diabetes. What else did you have?
Just high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I was 2 points away from being diabetic. They put me on an anti-seizure medication for my headaches because I was so overweight, and I was getting migraines so bad that I couldn't function during the daytime.
And we told him, don't buy the shakes because we want to make money. Don't come to the Fit Club because, we're trying to build our business. Trust in us, trust in the process, believe that we believe in you, and let's get you healthy. A couple months ago, I did an impact story after one of these, and I didn't know what to do. Everybody talked about how they, what they wanted to do, the people's lives they wanted to change. They wanted to put some kind of financial stability for their kids. I didn't want to talk about what I wanted to do. I want to talk about what we have done just to show everybody, like, it really does happen. The changes, if you make just those small changes, and as a health coach, just believe, don't try to push the product, don't try to sell it, it sells itself. You just lead from here and sell the belief and that you have in somebody else, the crazy things that come from it. And these are just people that would let me share their pictures. So every single person on here is a friend of ours. I don't call them clients. I don't treat them as if I'm their boss or their coach per se. Like, I really love them and they are part of my family. All of these weights I can say need to be updated. She's at 75. This is Derek. What are you at? Almost 90 now? Derek?
At 90, 96.
What's Lisa at, your wife?
Almost 40 now.
You're at 75 now, aren't you? 70, but he's converted a lot of his fat to muscle. That's me. I'm at 55, but I've also dropped my body fat another 3%. This lovely couple's right here in front. How much, what are you guys down? You guys are down a little bit
39.
more too, aren't? Mom? I remember when she first came, she was so skeptical. She's like, are you sure? Are you sure? And she looks freaking amazing. She comes to workouts and just seeing her smile. She brought her husband, her other son. It was very stubborn and just didn't want to do it. He got on it, and eventually, this is our cousin. She's down almost 80 now. She cares for her disabled husband who's in a wheelchair and actually just had a stroke. And she texted me, I always cry, sorry guys. She texted me the other day because he is bedridden for the rest of his life, pretty much months till he dies. And had she have not lost the weight, she wouldn't have had the strength to be able to get him out of bed to change him and clean him. This one, she was diabetic. She didn't want to die like the rest of her family members. She's no longer on her medicine. She's controlled what she eats. So even though she hasn't lost a lot of weight, she's completely changed. For me, health coaching is being a friend. It's leading from the heart. It's changing people's lives. It's reaching out to those that don't know how to ask for help, putting yourself in that uncomfortable position to show others it's okay, and to really just be yourself, because I can guarantee at least half of you are probably in that same space, right? And you don't even realize it. You're uncomfortable, you're unhappy, you're miserable, and you put on this facade like life's great. It's okay that it's not. That's what we're all here for. And if you think you can make a difference in even one person's life, you're a health coach. Whether you want to admit it or not. When you wake up in the morning, you want to make somebody smile, guess what? You're a health coach. Because making them smile makes them healthier. You see somebody drinking a soda and you tell them, hey, don't drink that, you're a health coach. Even if you're just joking because you're jealous you can't have it. And it really is like, and everybody asks me, why do you guys do so well? And it's great that we have the two of us. It makes it easier because who I can't get on, he can get on, and vice versa. And we have two completely separate stories, but it really is about leading from the heart. You have to believe it here. You have to really have the compassion here. The products and all that stuff sells itself. Fit Club obviously sells itself. All these wonderful people that put their time in here, it sells itself. All you have to do is sell the belief you have in other people for themselves. And who knows, you might, when Joe told me if you guys can get people to lose 10 to 15 pounds, you could save their life, and I put this board together, I hysterically cried. I added up, 18 or 19 people that has lost over 15 pounds, and when I told it, it was almost 800 pounds combined weight loss. We loved on them. So I'm just glad they're all here. Anything to add? Okay. Thank you.
All right, so if you guys are inspired by the story, can you say, oh yeah? Oh yeah! Woo! All right, so you guys, it's up to you. Like Smith said, like anybody can get help, right? It all starts from here, the thought and the belief, right, and the heart. That's all it takes. You don't have to look like a health coach. You don't got to lose 100 pounds. You don't get abs. You don't get none of that. All you got to do is lead from the heart, all right? So we've had 3 amazing sections so far, and we have 1 more. Are you guys ready?
Yeah!
All right, so our next section, beautiful friend of mine. She's my other half, all right? I love her dearly, and she's just going to give you guys some amazing nuggets to help you guys strengthen your mind. Because where the mind goes, the body follows, right? You guys ready?
Yeah!
All right, please, everyone, give it up for Health Coach Terry!
Hi, I'm Health Coach Karen. I've been with this family. Wow, that's fun. It's a roller coaster for a minute. Okay, don't stand there. All right, so I've been with this beautiful family for about a year now. Well, actually, just over a year. And I've completely transformed my mind. Let me tell you, I used to be really negative. I hated everyone, everything. My mom stood right here and told the entire room that I was a cranky B-word, like in front of everybody. Because that's how I used to be. Like, I never smiled unless I was eating and getting fatter. And that's the only time I ever smiled. And now, like, I just love life. I truly love just going out and having fun. Even when I'm having a bad day, I'm still able to tell a joke. I'm still able to laugh. I'm still able to help other people when they're having bad days. So, working on personal development and exercising your mind is more important than exercising your body or even feeding your body. People think, well, what do I need to do any of that for, right? What is the body without the mind? Nothing, right? Not anything. So why do we nourish our bodies 5-6 times a day, but we maybe nourish our minds 1 or 2 times a month? Does that make sense? You've really got to feed your mind if you want your body to get amazing results. This is the key. It is 100% mindset. Nutrition, huge, yes. Mindset, bigger, like way bigger. So since I started, I've completely transformed everything. I've rekindled friendships. I've rekindled relationships with my family. So that's why this section is so important to me. I'm actually going to have 3 wonderful health coaches come up and share what they do at home. Who here does personal development already? So pretty much our health coaches in the room. I highly suggest, if you have a pen and paper, start writing some stuff down. If you have your cell phone, take it out, write it down, because this is going to be so important. If you think your life has changed from this nutrition, really, really take this mindset section and know how to do personal development while you're at home doing your everyday things. Really, you're going to want to take notes. So if I could please get Health Coach Martin, Health Coach Adrian, and Health Coach Letty up to the stage.
You should taste it. So fancy. You already know I'm in the best thing. From Red to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Get your taste this girl. Remember my name. Love.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool. You're so tall. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start out with Coach Martin.
Hi, everybody. I'm Coach Martin again. I'm going to tell my story real quick. Started last November, and I didn't get into the November challenge. I was kind of bummed about that. So I started the December challenge. I didn't win, but I got great results, and I lost 70 pounds. Kept the weight off. It's been a year, and now I'm transforming into muscle. So, with that being said, Karen brought me up here for personal development. And so the way I do personal development, usually it's in the mornings. When I have quiet time on my way to work, I usually have about half an hour. So I use that time to find something, positive quotes, or there's you might want to write this down. There's 3 of my favorites are Les Brown, Jim Rohn, and Eric Thomas. Those 3 guys get me so fired up that no matter what happens during my day, I can pretty much bounce off all the negativity. I can get to work and meet a contractor who's got an attitude, and I can say no problem and shake his hand and still do what I have to do and keep my mindset positive. And so I'm going to keep it short. I just have one quote for you guys. This one's been kind of sitting with me a lot lately because of a lot of negativity that's been going on, not only in the world, but with my own self. Here it is. It's an entire sea of water can't sink a ship unless it gets inside the ship. So similarly, the negativity of the world can't put you down unless you allow it to get inside you. So keep that in mind when you face that negativity out in that world. The only way that negativity is going to bother you or ruin your day or get you into that other mindset is if you let it get inside.
I have to do something really similar. I have a client that has a really hard time with personal development, but that's her favorite thing about the whole thing. She's like, I don't have time. So every morning we exchange awesome quotes with each other. So maybe find like an accountability partner that you can be really awesome with and just talk positivity with. Go ahead, Adrian.
Hello, Coach Adrian. I've been with this family for, in April it'll be 2 years. I've dropped 82 pounds.
Yeah.
The best part of this journey, though, really, like I'm saying, is the mindset change. I thought I was a happy person, but now, like, my happiness is out the roof. Like, I don't even know how to say it. But what I do, because I work a lot, is in the morning, I pull up YouTube videos and I stick my phone up. I'm blow drying and flat ironing my hair. I have YouTube videos going. I just search motivational speeches and motivational for women empowerment, all types of like different things. My favorite is Trent Shelton. Is one of my absolute favorites. He's very powerful. Or sometimes, not to get all religious on you, but I listen to Christian music sometimes, or I search those, like one of the pastors on my church does that motivational speaking too, so I listen to that. But also my absolute dead favorite thing is The 4 Agreements, the book, but I have it on audio, so I will listen to that when I'm getting ready in the morning. And I can't even count the amount of times I've listened to that because that absolutely changed my life. That book, write that one, The 4 Agreements, or the 5th Agreement too, because that's like a whole nother level. But it literally changed my mind. Is I would be afraid of what other people thought all the time. I was so concerned with, I don't want to go in public because somebody's going to look at me, or somebody's going to say this about me. Oh, they must be thinking this about me. Now I don't, not that I don't care, but it doesn't affect me. Oh, you think I look like poop today? Oh, thanks. It doesn't matter because it's all about how I feel about myself. And this family has given me confidence that I never had before. So I just brush it off. It's a beautiful thing.
girl, where you're like, you go listen to rock music to lift weights because it makes you tougher, you absorb everything you listen to. So if you're listening to the radio and they're talking about bounce your booty, like that's not helping your mind. Start absorbing things. And guess what? Your kids are absorbing it too. Your kids absorb everything. There's a Pres team member in our Herbalife, and she started listening to personal development at 5 years old. Her parents started having her listen to it at 5 years old. Back then, she didn't understand it, she didn't appreciate it, but now it's taking her places. She's pressing for a reason, guys. So really think about what you're absorbing with your mind, not just with your body. Next up, we're gonna have Health Coach Letty.
Hi guys. I've been with the family since March of this year, so I'm really excited to close out and start the new year with these guys. I love them so much. I've lost 31 pounds. Before, I was really depressed and I hid behind social media. Literally did not come out of work, home, family. Cool. I was happy with that. It was comfortable. So coming here was nerve-wracking, meeting everyone, high fives, like you said. I was like, you are crazy and never come back. But they do something to you and they do end up bringing you back. So I'm really happy that I can share my story with you guys. And this is my vision board. So speaking of mindset, it's really hard for me to share this right now. And this is my baby, Saul Bertha, who's been with me for a long time. But I saw The Secret years ago. For those of you who don't know, you guys should check it out. But they teach you about what your thoughts do. They have power. And I took away from that video and the book to anything that I liked or wanted to do, rip it out of books. You know, I found anything on the floor that it reminded me of something I thought of, I pick it up, I put it in a box, my little secret box, or I'll pin it here. And some things have already come true on this, and it takes time. Just because you put it on your vision board doesn't mean it's going to happen the next day, the next month, the next year. It's going to happen when the universe believes it's the right time for you. So the group of girls here I put, now I have that. It was always really hard for me to, I got along with everyone in high school and everything, but I never had a real close group of female friends. And I can say now that I do. And the Tahoe trip that we went on, you guys, oh my God. It's amazing. And so that's one thing. And then here, Jen Young, she sent me a picture one day, and she goes, man, isn't this crazy? Look what I found. It was a picture with my name on it. And here I have 138 pounds here with this girl, and the picture she sent me had my name and that weight on it, and then the rest of the stats, you know, how we do it here, our wellness profiles. I was shaking when she sent me in because I automatically thought about this. I knew that I had got to the place I wanted to be, that I finally manifested it. So when she said that to me, and then my husband, I put a picture here.
That needs to be bigger.
So that came true for me. And I have a couple of things on here, like pictures of a home and everything, and me and him got our place, and it's just all coming together. And basically just wanted to share this with you to say, you know, whatever you believe in, you know, post it somewhere you can see it. I have this by my bed. I wake up in the morning, it's right there. I can see it, like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Yep. I'm just gonna keep looking at it. That money right there, yeah, I'm gonna have all those zeros one day. That dollar is to tell me that that's gonna happen. That's gonna have a whole bunch of zeros one day. Okay. Herbalife, thank you now. So anything, treads, whatever resonates with you that you see yourself doing, put it on a board, you know, or if it's not a board, keep it on your phone, on your screensavers, just something where you can always see it so you can keep believing.
I love that you brought up The Secret because that is my absolute favorite thing of any kind of mindset, my biggest mindset tool. I've definitely watched it 4 times in the last 6 months or so. If you've never seen it, you can go on Netflix. It's on Netflix right now. It's called The Secret. it shows you how to use the law of attraction that when you think about negative things and you wonder why your day goes bad, you stub your toe in the morning, you're pissed off, and your whole day sucks, right? You wake up in the morning, you're like, I love my life, and everything beautiful happens that day, right? So go definitely check out The Secret. It's mind-blowing, and you change your life. Everybody I meet, like, you ever watch The Secret? You should watch The Secret. It's the greatest. So please give it up for my panel. Thanks, guys. Yay!
Yeah.
All right. So that being said, who thinks they can fit some personal development in their life? Who's really excited about putting personal development in their life? Awesome, awesome. So, if anybody wants a challenge, we have people in the Fit Body Challenge, right? Awesome. If you can, you take one of these things, either our dream board and make one, or find a YouTube video, or download an audiobook, and post a screensaver or a picture of it in your Body Fit Challenge page, and let's get everybody doing awesome, positive mindset, personal development. That way we can all grow together. We're now family, right? Yeah. One team? Awesome! Woo! Thank you, guys.
You guys have the tools now. We got the 20%, we got the 80%, with the 100%. We got how to make new friends, how to be healthy. So I asked you guys to hold your questions to the end, so I'm going to have the panel come on up, and we're going to do a little Q&A section right here. So if you guys can clap it up for So, anybody have any questions for anybody on the panel? Go ahead.
I got a couple questions. I'm good for that. But anyway, is it a special store where you buy all your food there, or find difficult things, or is anything difficult over there to find?
Just the syrup ones, the chocolate syrup, whatever, that's at Whole Foods, but
Whole Foods, Sprouts.
yeah, everything else, Liquid Amino's at Winco now, so everything we get at everything we get at is Winco and Costco. Winco,
Anywhere.
Costco.
Oh, you got it at Winco?
The Walmart.
That's at Winco.
Question I had, I get from a health food now because I joined the. But anyway, I was talking to a couple of people, and it's kind of embarrassing, but she likes to plan, but she said that soy gives women breast cancer. Is that a true statement?
Yeah.
The amount of soy that you would need to eat to affect your estrogen is unsightly. It's like tons and pounds of soy in order to have that amount of effect. And the soy that's in our shakes is isolated soy protein. So it's purely the soy protein without the fat and the carbs. So it's more pure soy source of protein than regular.
You have to eat like food like it comes in a package. Yeah. I think it said you'd have to eat 1,000 or something like those packages to register that you have estrogen going up. Well, you can drink 10 beers and it raises your estrogen as well.
So I'm trying to get her here so she can.
So, but I'm just
the whole picture.
But like it's a myth of a selling tactic that people do. So it won't register anything.
One thing I like to tell people, if you think about it, Asians have been eating tofu almost every single day for their entire lives, and none of them have breast cancer because of tofu, right? It's a soy protein. So that's another just myth.
Yeah, I grew up eating tofu and soy sauce every day, so I'm pretty manly, I guess.
One thing I wanted to say, for those of you who haven't tried Kiwi2, if you go and try it and you love it, it's the best deal you can find on it. It's on Amazon, actually. You can get 2 pounds of it shipped for less than $20.
That's a dehydrated peanut butter.
And you'll just eat it. And do you have more questions? Letty?
Is it bad to eat the frozen vegetables?
So, Letty's question is about frozen vegetables, if it's bad. And it just depends on where you're at in your journey. Sometimes people say fresh, veggies, but veggies, if you could just get them in your body, it takes away from you eating like other carbs and other things. Like it's not so terrible. And sometimes the way that it's prepared, it's almost better frozen than if you cooked it. I think Karen told me that. What was it?
So when you buy fresh veggies, unfortunately, a lot of people go buy fresh and they have them in their fridge for, I don't know, ever until it turns slimy and gross, right? You actually have more nutrients in your flash frozen veggies than you do in the fresh veggies that have been sitting in your drawer for entirely too long. So if you're not going to cook your veggies fresh, your fresh veggies fresh, go buy frozen because the nutrients are stuck inside.
Okay, number 2, almond butter.
I prefer almond butter over peanut butter, to be honest. It has less sodium, and it's not as sweet, but I still like it, especially if you have the low sugar. I think it's yummy.
Peanut butter.
But is there like a difference between fats?
It's the same.
Same exact. I'm saying.
It depends on what kind of sugar machine.
Oh, okay.
Between 13 and 16 on any kind of nuts.
Sorry.
Hear the stroke.
Going off the almond butter thing, you go to Winco, they got like an almond machine thing that you flip the switch and it pumps out like pure almond butter. So it doesn't have all that doo-doo stuff.
Oh, vegetables are good. I always incorporate it in my diet and clients because of fiber. Fiber helps you flush everything out. So, yes. So with veggies, all I care about is a little bit extra carbs it gives and the fiber.
I make my own peanut butter. I just go to the bulk section at Winco and I buy just plain peanuts. I don't get the salted or anything like that. And I put them in my Ninja and I do a scoop of either vanilla PDM or chocolate PDM. The protein drink mix that you guys are probably using just one scoop of in your shakes with Herbalife. And when you mix that up, I've been told everybody who's tried it always relates it to some kind of a candy. I've been told it tastes like the peanut butter and a Butterfinger, Nutter butter. Everybody who tastes it says it tastes like candy. So, and it's better for you.
You can hit her on Facebook.
Oh my God.
Does that mean we could have more of it then?
Well,
I still need to measure it out.
Go ahead.
Should I count while I'm doing my laundry and squatting, or?
That depends on your mindset and what works better for you. Some people are more goal driven, so that if they go, okay, I'm going to do 300 by the end of the day, then you can do that. Some of us, if I start counting, I start focusing on how many I've done, and I won't continue to do them. So if I just kind of go with it, music is really good too, because if you're when we do the fourth quarter, I'm always pulsing because it's easier for me to go to the beat of the music. So if you have music on all day, you're dancing all the time. So.
Elsie, what do you do when you brush your teeth? Down the hallway.
Oh, I was like, I brush them. I do lunges up and down the hallway, or I'll do like lifted leg lunges, just like different things. And then I know it works because after I'm done, like I take the brush out of my mouth, I'm like out of breath. But it's fine while I'm brushing because I don't focus. Then when I'm done, I'm like.
Feels like 4 minutes straight down the hallway.
We got time for 2 more questions.
Okay. You brought up the protein pancakes. What's that?
All right, so protein pancakes are super easy. They are not fluffy like buttermilk pancakes. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna put that out there. They kind of have the consistency of not buttermilk pancakes. So the easiest way to say to make them is 2 scoops of healthy meal, 2 scoops of protein drink mix, 1 egg white, and then you add water until it's like pudding, like kind of like pancake batter. You spray your pan with cooking spray, fry them up, and they're delicious.
What's healthy meal?
Healthy meal is the Formula 1.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you do like pumpkin spice pancakes, vanilla, like crappy latte. Regal pancakes are the shiz.
I put it in a shaker cup. Yeah. Shake the crap out of it.
It's probably better if you have shakers.
And then I get the pan really hot and I pop the top and I pour it on there.
Someone please screenshot this.
All right. So,
you can also add other stuff to it. Like I add, sometimes I'll add nutmeg or cinnamon or extract. To help the fluffiness, if it's coach approved for your plan, I add about half a tablespoon to a tablespoon, depending on how big my batch is, of honey. And it does make it fluffier for some reason, but that does add carbs. So
no one will get that on if you're our client.
We will not get that.
Hardcore.
Okay, last question.
When my food runs out, I meal prep if she's seen me like it's like at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll meal prep. If it's middle of the day, I'll meal prep. It's just I defrost my meat usually in that morning, and then at the end of the day, I'll meal prep everything. Like all my ground turkey, all my chicken, boiled my eggs, all my rice is cooked. If I'm doing potatoes, everything is prepped. Everything is measured out. That's where it takes the most time, is measuring it out. Tupperware, boom, boom, boom. If you see my Instagram pictures, you'll see Tupperware. Everything's set up. You'll see the food scale. You'll see everything.
Two more.
Two more.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so I have 2 questions about the same thing. Egg whites. So I heard a lot about to drink egg whites. Is that something that is recommended? You might be sick.
Egg whites because it's pasteurized.
In the carton.
Yeah, in the carton. Not no Rocky style out of the egg, but carton. But that's for people doing macros. They're just trying to get protein automatically and really quick. You can't do it. You can't do it, but it has to be measured.
Can you meal prep your egg whites? Like, will it turn out the same? I've tried to do everything.
Like it's already cooked?
I cook my eggs I do my eggs in the microwave, and because sometimes for some reason I like to put sriracha on everything, and I'll get cravings for sriracha before I'll get cravings for food. So I'll what I do is I beat it first really well, and then I stick it in there, and I think it usually goes for around 2 minutes. If you pull it out, it'll start to go up, so just watch it, and then you pull it out, and if the middle's still running, just put it back in there. I'm weird, I can eat anything. And then I just cover it with sriracha.
But like if you're pre-cooking it like already, you have it prepped for like the next couple of days, it's fine. For egg whites. Egg white?
Longer than regular.
It can last probably about 2 weeks.
Wow. Yeah.
Hard boiled though. Hard boiled.
Eggs have then a carton's a little different, but like real eggs, like if you crack it, do eggs, egg whites like that, keep the yolk out, you cook it, it can last up to 2 weeks. There's a sodium content in there that holds it naturally that chickens have. Carton egg whites, I would just stick with, you cook it 3 days, 3-4 days.
Okay, last one.
What was it?
Okay, so my question is for the people that have kids. The meal prepping, how do you guys do that with the kids? Because I can do my meal prep for myself, and then I'm like, they're gonna taste my food.
You would be surprised. I just started making it, kind of trying to make it better to where we got good at making the chicken flavorful and that kind of thing. But what we eat, our kids eat. So, like even today, I got 6 ounces of ground turkey, and I got my 2-year-old. I'm like, dude, you're killing me. It's 2 more ounces. I got to eat mine now somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there counting down my rice and peas and everything. So they eat. They'll eat.
Well, that's not the problem. They'll eat all my snacks and stuff, especially my youngest one. He's a big protein. Boiled eggs, everything like that. But it's just the meal stuff. Certain things like the veggies and all that stuff, they're just like.
Fried rice it up. So you make your ground turkey with your rice and some peas, and it's like fried rice. You put a little bit of liquid aminos.
Yeah, that'll probably help.
It tastes like fried rice.
Like a stir fry.
Yeah, it tastes like fried rice.
Chop it up like crazy.
I mean, with spinach, if you make them shakes, you can put spinach in their shakes, and you don't taste it at all. And most drinks, it doesn't even turn green.
Are you giving them regular shakes or giving them the kid shakes?
I do both. I have a 3, 6, and 9-year-old. My 3-year-old is kind of weird about the texture, but at her other house, she gets a lot of sugars. Like she's really bad over there. So she's having more trouble than my kids. But they were really, really picky eaters. And bringing them here helped a lot because it wasn't just me telling them anymore. It was all these people that they idolized. So that helps a lot.
Her kids are ripped too.
Yeah.
I know. I see them.
I saw one on pull up yesterday. I was like, weird.
But like things like the protein pancakes are really good, or you can get the whole wheat pitas like at Winco or other stores, and you can get the fat-free cheese. So instead of like using, you can use pasta sauce, but you can also just use olive oil and then the fat-free cheese and then chicken, and then put it in the oven, and they're like little pizzas.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of protein.
I mean, I could think of different little ideas, but it's just meal prepping and getting here, and I don't have time to do all that.
Shakes and lack of sleep that day.
Yeah, right.
That's possible.
Yeah,
I
I'll
was
do
gonna
the
ask if it was the fact of with them, if it was maybe like the idea of it being a leftover, because we have a 14, 7, and 2-year-old, and my daughter plays basketball. The older two don't get picked up from Bridges until 6 o'clock. We have to be here by 6:30 for pre-meeting. We go to the gym after. Sometimes we're not home until midnight. So it's literally all leftover. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll make dinner. So for them it's fresh, you know, it's made right then and there. And then I just make sure we make extra, and that's what we meal prep when we get home. So they get a hot meal that they saw cooked right that minute, but then it's our meal prep for the rest of the day. And we found like Spanish rice, I use brown rice. I don't buy anything but gluten-free pasta anymore. They don't know the difference. I make them chili and spaghetti with ground turkey. They don't know the difference. And
I do that too.
Yeah, and a lot of once they see you eating it, and if you don't, well, for me, I didn't give them a choice. So my kids lived out of the drive-thru. When my husband met me, I lived in a drive-thru. So they went from one extreme to the other. They eat everything. I mean, they'll get to a point where they're hungry and they'll complain, but they'll eat it. They'll learn to like sriracha.
But Louisa's saying with the Greek yogurt and the bev mix, that's really good too, because I buy the really small Tupperware, and it's good for portion control for yourself, because I can eat a lot of Greek yogurt. But it also, I send it in their lunches, and it's better than, little snack packs of pudding. It's Greek yogurt and bev mix, and it's got all the extra protein, so it's gonna help. I kind of use it as a cheat when I'm like, okay, you're asking me for a lot of food right now, and I'm really kind of busy. Well, if I put extra bev mix in there, I feel like you eat more, so that should last you a little bit longer. So it helps.
All right, guys, clap it up for our panel. All right, so that's the end of our night for you guys. Just a reminder, next week is the end of the challenge, Sunday. So we have our last wellness workshop. You guys definitely want to be here for that one. It's going to be probably the best one ever. Right? And for those of you who are interested in learning about health coaching on a major scale, we have what we call a success training seminar for Herbalife, all of Northern California. Some people from Washington, Nevada will be coming as well. It will be free for you guys all day at the Double Tree Hotel. So if you guys, this Saturday coming up, right, on the 13th. So if you guys want to be there, if you want to learn more, talk to your coach. It's definitely fun. There's unlimited tea. You can come and drink as much tea as you want. Nobody will say no. And you just get crazy with us. So, yeah. All right, are we going to take a picture? Yeah. All right, we're bringing it up on stage. Let's go.
Everybody, say bye to Brian.
Next Sunday,
Bye, Brian.